From Monday, July 1st, 2024. Making the headlines tonight, Beryl makes landfall as first Category 4 hurricane for this region in June. Belize braces for impact of less intense storm by Friday. 3 killed in separate stabbing and shootings in Orange Walk and Cayo districts while woman fights for her life in Belize City. And authorities aim to put a stop to sharing of lewd photos and videos on social media. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
Your personal online banking experience is about to get even better. Introducing the new Personal Atlantic Online. Reimagine and redesign. But that's not all. Something great is coming your way. Bank your way with any of our digital channels and save time for what matters most.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speed flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
No, I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Brothers Abet is celebrating Super Handy Dads for the entire month of June with super handy deals that just can't be beaten. Give that super handy dad the perfect gift from our super selection, like 15% off all power tools and hand tools store-wide, 15% off track car batteries, 20% off Eureka Vats, 20% off Decon Matte Emulsion, and 25% off Valspar and Dutch Boy paints. Plus, for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win $500 worth of tools for 3 super special dads. So give Dad his best Father's Day gift yet from Brothers Abet. Come in or reach out to us today. Brothers Abet wishes all super handy dads a super happy Father's Day.
When I know you watch my step, I need you and nobody else. Hasta like a canary, oh, yippee, if you balance cielo, I get it back. If I like you, so
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
Welcome back with your news. I am MarKeisha Young. Belize is preparing for impact from Hurricane Beryl later this week. After weakening overnight to a Category 3 hurricane, Beryl regained its Category 4 strength and made landfall on the Grenadines Curacao Island in the Eastern Caribbean earlier this morning with life-threatening winds of 150 miles per hour, torrential rains, and a dangerous storm surge. According to the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Beryl is the strongest known hurricane to develop in this region since they started recording data in 1851. Another record set by Beryl, apart from marking an early start to the 2024 hurricane season in the Atlantic Basin, is that it is the only Category 4 hurricane in June. It is also only the 7th weather system to strengthen from a tropical depression to a major hurricane in just 42 hours in the Atlantic. The warm sea temperatures that are hotter now than at hurricane peak season as of September are considered a contributing factor. After leaving catastrophic destruction during its passage in the Windward Islands, with reports of communities flattened in half an hour in Grenada and other devastating effects to properties and infrastructure in other Caribbean countries, the system is now headed west-northwest, but is expected to reduce in strength, possibly to a Category 1 by the time it reaches between Belize and the northern Yucatan Peninsula, potentially by early Friday morning. The National Emergency Management Organization held its first press conference on Beryl this afternoon and is committing to holding daily press conferences starting tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. The chief meteorologist, Ronald Gordon, set the stage on what we can expect until landfall, with more certainty expected until mid-afternoon Wednesday.
The forecast calls for it to weaken as it enters the Central Caribbean Sea because it is forecast to encounter some wind shear, which will disrupt its development and result in weakening, and that's the official forecast. In terms of the projected path, the system currently is moving, as I said, west-northwestward. It will encounter a high-pressure ridge at some point that will develop over the Gulf of Mexico, forcing a more westward track. Just to make it simple for the public, a ridge is like a mountain. The hurricane cannot move over a mountain, it tries to move around it. So that ridge will be blocking the system from moving farther northward and push it more on a westerly track after it moves near Jamaica. Now, there is still a lot of uncertainty. This is a 4 to 5 day prediction that carries a lot of uncertainty. As you can see from the projected cone, there is a hashed area near Belize indicating that there is a high level of uncertainty of where the system will be. However, the projected cone shows it anywhere from southern Belize, let's say from around the Stanwick district, to head up to the northern Yucatan Peninsula. That means the center of the hurricane could be anywhere within that cone at that particular time, which is Friday morning. Intensity is also difficult to predict. The forecast is for it to weaken to a Category 1 hurricane, more or less, by the time it reaches our area. However, we do know that the intensity forecast can be very problematic. And looking at the situation, the wind shear is not that strong. So we do caution our residents to be aware and to do not take it lightly, to be very prepared for the system. In terms of possible impacts, We cannot say precisely at the moment given the level of uncertainty. But certainly if the system moves within the projected path, we will likely experience some impact from the system, including strong winds and heavy rainfall, which we'll be able to fine-tune as the week goes on, as we get more information.
National NEMO Coordinator Daniel Mendez reported that NEMO will activate officially as of Tuesday morning at 9 a.m.
We are meeting, all of the NEMO operational committees will be meeting starting tomorrow in order for us to start to develop and to update and implement the plans that are necessary for the arrival of this storm. We will continue to do preparations across the country. We are ensuring that stocks at our warehouses are updated and that we are preparing for the arrival of this on sometime on Friday. We continue to encourage the public to prepare. We highly encourage people who are living in low-lying areas or areas that are flood-prone to consider early evacuation, to start moving in advance as this develops. As the chief meteorologist had said, there's a large area of uncertainty, but we cannot wait until it's too late, and so we encourage early preparation as soon get these things done as soon as possible. So for your own businesses, for your families, start to make those preparations in advance. Start to get your things. Start to implement those plans. And if you don't have a plan, you need to start doing this as soon as possible. We are prepared across the country. As the days go by, we will know more with more certainty where this hurricane will be impacting, and then we'll be able to provide more and more precise information and updates as the days continue.
Flooding was reported in various parts of northern Belize due to rainfall from a passing tropical wave that started Friday night. Cell phone footage shared on social media Saturday showed flooding in several villages in the Corozal district, including Progreso, Libertad, Caledonia, and neighboring communities. Some were forced to seek assistance due to challenges faced as a result of the floods. National Emergency Management Organization Corozal branch activated operations on Saturday and opened 3 shelters. In that context, Principal Hydrologist Tenil Hendy shared observations on what can be expected as it relates to the situation of flooding being compounded with beryl due to those rains and that occurred in the north and led to flooding up north over the weekend.
The forecast for the north is still for flooding conditions to prevail. That is caused mainly by the excessive rainfall that we've received over the past couple weeks. We're not seeing any riverine flooding, which is different from precipitation-related flooding. But there is the possibility that we do get riverine flooding from our neighbors, Guatemala and Mexico having floods, as we've seen with Chetumal. The same time Chetumal was flooding, Belize in the north was also flooding. But more recently, the flooding that we're seeing in San Roman, San Pedro, up in the north, Progreso, it's based on excessive rainfall. And so that is termed urban flooding. With any additional rainfall that we can get, I would say with a minimum of 6 inches more, we can see a combination of excessive rainfall coupled with riverine flooding. And so you might be saying, well, you're using a lot of words, what does this mean? It just means we will have flooding conditions for longer periods, because what we call localized flooding from excessive rainfall, that water eventually runs off into the rivers. But if the rivers are full, where is it going to go? And then we also have to factor in tidal events. When there's a high tide, the water basically remains stagnant, or it starts to fan out or spread out. And then areas that are not prone to flooding before, they now become flooded. So there are a lot of factors that we need to consider in terms of flooding, and that's why we work very closely with the Met Service and with NEMO. And ourselves, we have to monitor the models as well that the Met Service uses for our flood forecast.
Ahead of the arrival of Hurricane Beryl, potentially by Friday, to Belize's shores, the Ministry of Agriculture is advising farmers in low-lying and flood-prone areas to take immediate steps to protect their families and livelihoods. For crop producers, the ministry is recommending that farmers harvest any available and mature crops, record details of all crops planted and their production amounts, store harvested crops in cool, dry areas to prevent spoilage or loss, and ensure drainage systems are clear to avoid waterlogging. In the case of livestock producers, the ministry is advising that farmers relocate animals to safer areas temporarily, ensure an adequate supply of animal feed and water, conduct a thorough count of all livestock, and prepare animal shelters to endure severe weather conditions. Also, pesticides are likewise to be relocated to prevent spillage and contamination, particularly in flood-prone areas. The ministry can be contacted for emergency situations. In more agriculture news, Belize Sugar Industries has advised that based on its monitoring of Hurricane Beryl on Sunday, it notified all cane farmers associations that it would stop receiving cane by midday today to liquidate its sugar mill and activate its hurricane preparedness plan, which can take more than 2 days. It also must ensure that employees are given 24 hours to put their family plan, that is, in place. The company has separately commented on the early development of this hurricane, which points to the increasing impact of climate change. It states, open quote, BSI believes the sugar industry needs to take action to fall in line with other regional producers and start crops earlier to avoid such risk in the future. It will be recalled that the current crop and the past 2 crops have seen interruptions due to blockades, both at the mill and off roads leading to the mill, which prevented timely crop starts. Start delays only exacerbate the risk of standing cane, end quote. Meanwhile, in education, the University of Belize has reported that all campuses will close effective July 2nd at 5 p.m. All summer classes will therefore be cancelled, and faculty members who are teaching summer classes are asked to upload all their teaching material to Moodle. UB notes that the preparation, that is in the event the university is unable to deliver face-to-face classes following the storm. Other updates will be provided as necessary. 3 men lost their lives in separate incidents in the Kaya and Orange Walk districts this past weekend, while a woman was left fighting for her life following a shooting at her home in Belize City. In Blackman Eddy Village, Kaya, 37-year-old Paul Rubio's Authors was fatally stabbed during an altercation late Saturday night. Police have detained several individuals for questioning in connection with the incident, which occurred late in the night in the new site area of the village. According to ACP Gilberto Romero, officer commanding Eastern Division, it appears the stabbing was the result of an intervention in the domestic incident between Authors and his ex-girlfriend.
Police visited Blackman Eddy village, where a complainant reported that she went to use a bathroom that is situated outside of her house. She then reported that her ex-boyfriend, Paul Authors, dragged her into some bushes and attempted to rape her. Her brother, who was at the area at the time, intervened in her defense, and at which point Paul Authors produced a knife. A fight ensued, and then Paul Authors received injuries. Other villagers came and assisted as well. Paul Authors was taken to the hospital with stab wound injuries, and thereafter succumbed to his injuries. An investigation has been carried out. This file will be sent to the DPP for directives.
Paul Authors was rushed to the Western Regional Hospital in Belmopan, where he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Hours later in Orange Walk Town, 60-year-old Norman Gillett was shot multiple times outside his home on Monkey River Street. 2 witnesses who were also targeted by the gunman are currently hospitalized, with one sustaining minor injuries. The incident occurred around 12:30 a.m. and Gillett was rushed to the Northern Regional Hospital but was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. ACP Gilberto Romero has more.
Police responded to a shooting incident at Monkey River Street in Orange Walk Town. Upon arrival, they learned that 2 male persons had been shot. They were identified as Norman Gillett and Leon Tasha and were taken for medical treatment. Thereafter, police visited the hospital where they learned that Norman Gillett had passed away. Investigation revealed that they were at a yard at the address along with other persons when an SUV vehicle pulled up. A person came out of the vehicle, fired several shots towards the direction, causing the fatal injuries to Norma Gillett and the injuries to Leon Tasha. The vehicle involved in the shooting has been recovered and they have persons detained pending investigation.
Police are also reviewing security footage and urge anyone with information to come forward. A man identified as Anthony Smith was fatally shot in Santa Elena, Cayo. He was in front of Chinatown restaurant when he was targeted Sunday night. With more, here is Regional Commander for Eastern Police Division, ACP Gilberto Romero.
Sunday, the 30th day of June 2024, police responded to a shooting incident in front of a restaurant in Santa Elena Town, Cayo District. Upon arrival, they learned that one Anthony Smith, 30 years, had been shot and was taken for treatment. Police visited the hospital thereafter, where they learned that Anthony Smith had succumbed to his injuries. Investigation revealed that Smith was sitting in front of the restaurant when a motorcycle came and a male person came off the motorcycle and fired several shots towards his direction, causing his fatal injuries. We have several persons detained in regards to this murder. A previous misunderstanding he had with some persons.
After the break, Police Minister pressed on proposed criminal code changes that may impact media. Stay with us.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Design Depot is celebrating its 3-year anniversary. This May, get a chance to paint your entire home for free.
Free?
Free? Free? That's right. For 3 months, Design Depot is celebrating its 3-year anniversary with 3 lucky winners. Increase your chances to win with every $100 spent, all while enjoying exclusive store-wide specials and unbeatable deals on your favorite brands. Stay tuned to unlock June's extravagant prize. What are you waiting for? Shop now and join in on the celebration. You can be the next lucky winner. Some restrictions may apply. Design Depot, all in one place.
Where are your prescription? What are the best place to go?
Freetown Drugstore.
Bam City.
When the drugstore then close up the night and on Sunday and holidays, which one open?
Freetown Drugstore.
Bam City.
When you need somebody to talk to about your medication, who you are turn to?
Bam City.
We have been serving the general public for more than 30 years with fast, professional, and efficient services. We will continue doing so with honesty, integrity, and consistency.
This is the loyal Freetown Drugstore crew, always happily serving the general public at 28 Freetown Road, Belize City. Telephone 223-2876.
Upcoming enhancements to My Social Security. The new healthcare provider feature seamlessly connects healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers to facilitate the payment of sickness benefits. Here are the enhancements. Registered healthcare providers will create and submit online medical certificates using their healthcare provider accounts. Insured persons will receive a link to view the medical certificate to complete and submit their sickness benefit claim. And employers will receive an email notification of their employee's sickness claim. Also, the insured person and their employer will receive a copy of the claim decision letter after review. Healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers are encouraged to create a portal account to access and benefit from these new services on My Social Security at ssbportal.org.bz. My Social Security online portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
Believe. Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribe areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
A Belize City woman is listed in critical condition following a shooting early Sunday morning at her Beltex Crescent residence. According to police, the 22-year-old female identified as Jasmine Fortune was at Long Island Bar along with her common-law husband when they were caught in an altercation and he allegedly hit her. She was taken to the Precinct 4 police station, but she reportedly refused to cooperate. She left the police station and headed home, where someone fired several shots in her direction. ACP Hilberto Romero gives more details.
Police responded to a shooting incident at Belama in Belize City. Upon their arrival, they learned that a female, Jasmine Fortune, had received gunshot injuries. She was taken to the KHMH for treatment, and she is presently listed in a critical condition. Investigation revealed that Jasmine Fortune was at her house inside a bedroom when several gunshots were heard and she had been shot. The scene was visited where several expended shells were found and bullet holes were found on a window that is by the bedroom. We are seeking several suspects in regard to this shooting.
Wasn't there a prior altercation between this lady and someone known to her at a establishment? And then
there was a report of a minor domestic issue at a nightclub. That is the information we have.
Well, I think she has spoken to police before going home. Is that so?
Yes, she had visited the station to make a complaint, and thereafter she went home.
So the person who was involved in that incident, is that one of the persons you want to speak to?
We have persons in custody, and we are conducting interviews at this time, but no one has been charged.
Police Commissioner Chester Williams has commented on the reporting of content he described as lewd, which began circulating on Saturday morning. It is alleged that the content was originally shared by someone intending to expose and humiliate a partner or ex-partner. As such, the multiple women in the videos with said partner in compromising positions are caught in the expose. The commissioner stated in his post a number of the persons are posting and or reposting these videos and photographs. In some cases, people are adding their own captions to cause embarrassment to those in the videos and photographs. It is an offense under the Cyber Act for one to use a computer device to produce or distribution any video or photographs with the intent to humiliate, harm, or subject a person to public ridicule or embarrassment. Those who are therefore engaging in the posting, reposting, or further distribution of these videos and or photographs are committing the crime of cyberbullying and can be prosecuted. I therefore advise those who have posted or shared these videos and or photographs to remove them and desist from further publication of sharing of these videos and photographs, end quote. Minister of Police Karim Musa has echoed the warning of Commissioner of Police.
So if you are publishing any material, so if you're taking some of that material and making memes with it and then sharing it, you are still continuing to perpetuate that crime. And so those individuals sharing memes are likewise susceptible to be charged. They are likewise offending under the Cybercrime Act because they're using material in order to humiliate. They're using the cyberspace, meaning you're using your devices, whether it's a phone or a computer, to share these memes that are aimed at humiliating individuals. That is an offense. So whether it forms part of the original video or photographs, or it is converted thereafter into a meme, that is still committing an offense. We do have a cybercrime unit that is dedicated to this. It will require, of course, someone coming forward to make a complaint. I know that there are a lot of young ladies who are affected by virtue of the release of these videos, and so any one of them, I want to encourage them to come forward. If it is that they feel offended, if it is that they feel humiliated, that they come forward and make a report, and we will try our very best, the police at the cybercrime unit, to identify those individuals who are sharing, because like I said, it's been shared so many times, so many individuals can be charged for this offense.
Minister Musa also spoke about memes and how these can still be a violation of the law.
Yes, I asked the commissioner about that when I was informed of the video, and he had indicated, so if you are publishing any material, so if you're taking some of that material and making memes with it and then sharing it, you are still continuing to perpetuate that crime. And so those individuals sharing memes are likewise susceptible to be charged. They are likewise offending under the Cybercrime Act because they're using material in order to humiliate. They're using the cyberspace, meaning you're using your devices, whether it's a phone or a computer, to share these memes that are aimed at humiliating individuals. That is an offense. So whether it forms part of the original video or photographs, or it is converted thereafter into a meme, that is still committing an offense. We do have a cybercrime unit that is dedicated to this. It will require, of course, someone coming forward to make a complaint. I know that there are a lot of young ladies who are affected by virtue of the release of these videos, and so any one of them, I want to encourage them to come forward. If it is that they feel offended, if it is that they feel humiliated, that they come forward and make a report, and we will try our very best, the police at the cybercrime unit, to identify those individuals who are sharing, because like I said, it's been shared so many times, so many individuals can be charged for this offense.
There's also another case where a woman was forcing a child to perform a sexual act on her with a replacement for a sex toy. Minister Musa says the matter is being investigated.
I think it was on Saturday or Sunday, right after the video was published, the individual in that video, the alleged individual, because no faces are shown in that video, but the individual that is suspected to be in that video was picked up and detained by the police, I believe, down south.
It appears authorities have given some more thoughts on how they would go about dealing with the media regarding our concern about the proposed amendments to the criminal code on the unauthorized publication, dissemination, or disclosure of statements, documents, video footage, photographs, or other material forming part of an ongoing criminal investigation when authorities feel it would endanger the lives of witnesses and compromise the integrity of investigations. Minister of Home Affairs Karim Musa shared the latest on this.
When we're drafting this legislation, two things you have to take into consideration. One, does a witness require this information to remain confidential with the police? Because many times it's from the very police department that these videos are leaked, that these statements are leaked. Has that individual requested that their video footage, photograph, statement be protected? If so, then we inform members of the media, inform you all so that it is not published. So if you might have published it before that individual, as we cannot go and charge you. And then there's also another layer that the Attorney General has suggested, which I support, that it's not anybody that can be charged. We have to take this matter to the DPP for their consultation and opinion first before charges are levied. So you would not have to fear that anyone would use that particular legislation to go after anybody else without first going to the DPP for their approval before charges can be leveled. And so adding that additional layer, I think, is very important.
Do you have a timeline for when these consultations may be?
It is going to be in the upcoming months. So I'm hoping we're in July. I'm hoping by August we can have consultations after the first draft is out.
After the break, High Court offices at Old Treasury Building in downtown Belize City reopened today, and Belize claims bronze in the 6th Women's U23 Central American Volleyball Championship. Stay tuned.
Your personal online banking experience is about to get even better. Introducing the new Personal Atlantic Online. Reimagine and redesign. But that's not all. Something great is coming your way. Bank your way with any of our digital channels and save time for what matters most.
When you get your prescription, what are the best place to go?
Freetown Drugstore.
Bam City.
When the drugstore then close up the night and on Sunday and holidays, which one open?
Freetown Drugstore.
Bam City.
When you need somebody to talk to about your medication, who you are turn to?
Bam City.
We have been serving the general public for more than 30 years with fast, professional, and efficient services. We will continue doing so with honesty, integrity, and consistency.
This is the loyal Freetown Drugstore crew, always happily serving the general public at 28 Freetown Road, Belize City. Telephone 223-2876.
Make light work lighter and quicker with switch technology from Axi Power Tools. Axi Switch technology breaks the bondage of power cords and grants you the luxury of freedom and precision. Switch one battery across all your Axi line power tools effortlessly, allowing for quick and efficient work. Cut the cords. Choose efficiency with Axi Switch technology. Only at Benny's. Quality and savings.
The Social Security Board, in collaboration with the Labor Department, takes this opportunity to remind insured persons of the requirements for compensation when on sick leave. Any employee who has worked with an employer for at least 2 months is entitled to 16 working days of sick leave with full pay every year. This is how it works. Upon approval of a sickness or injury benefit claim by SSB, 80% of the employee's weekly insurable earnings is paid as a Social Security benefit, and the difference in the employee's salary is paid by the employer. This is to ensure that the employee does not suffer any loss of wages when ill. After 16 days, compensation for sick leave is paid as a Social Security benefit only. Some conditions apply. This message is brought to you by the Social Security Board and the Labor Department. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
The former Treasury building on Treasury Lane in the Belize City, which for more than 20 years has repurposed as the home of the magistracy and judiciary, was reopened this morning during special ceremonies. Following the collapse of the roof during Hurricane Lisa in 2022, the government of Belize provided substantial funding for the renovation and refurbishment of the High Court building, for which the judiciary is extremely grateful. Chief Justice Louise Blenman said that with refurbished offices comes a new attitude to justice in Belize, starting with legislative reform of the system itself.
The commissioning of this newly renovated building quite nicely coincides with and complements numerous transformative and far-reaching judicial initiatives in Belize, which are ongoing and have already yielded tangible results. It is right to acknowledge that the wave of reform began with the legislative intervention by the government of Belize through the enactment of the Senior Courts Act of 2022. This act was crafted by the former Attorney General with the able support of Mr. Randall Shepard, Assistant Solicitor General. The act has modernized the structure of the senior courts into one unified system. New posts within the judiciary were created, such as Masters of the High Court and Judicial Assistants, mirroring the highly successful system in the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, where I served as a judicial officer for 19 years. The main objective of the new act is to improve the efficiency of our courts. We recognized that legislative reform could not operate in a vacuum.
The Chief Justice also noted that the upgraded surroundings contribute to a more effective administration of justice.
As you would expect, an increase in the complement of justices necessitated an increase in the number of courtrooms and offices for judges and support staff. We are therefore elated with this high-quality accommodation and look forward to occupying our new quarters, which can only enhance our productivity. It bears emphasizing that it is well established that a properly functioning justice system is a cornerstone of good governance. An effective and efficient justice system is essential to the economic improvement and social development of Belize. I'm sure the Minister of Finance will be happy to hear me say that. It contributes to our gross domestic product.
Prime Minister John Briceño is away in Panama but issued a 5-minute message to mark the occasion, which he noted comes ironically as Belize watches for another hurricane on the horizon. But he said the government spared nothing to repair the historic building after Lisa's ravages.
It is no overstatement to say that the government spared no resources to ensure that the restoration and retrofitting of these court premises will be done at a first-class status. With assistance from the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, renovations on the entire former Treasury building were conducted and completed. We replaced the roof, replaced interior walls and structures, got rid of the mold and restructured the floor plans to better serve the needs of the courts. From new floors to electrical improvements, the interior and exterior of this building was rehabilitated. This is the approach my government has taken since coming to office. That is, making significant allocations yearly to ensure that the justice system works better.
Chief Engineer in the Ministry of Infrastructure, Development and Housing, Evandale Moody, told reporters that the refurbished structure can stand up to natural disasters while losing almost none of its original aesthetics.
And the idea was to try and retain most of the aesthetics that the original building has, because we could not change that and we did not want to change it because we wanted to maintain the integrity of the original structure. So started with the roof. We had to ensure that we reconstructed a new roof because the entire roof was gone. And so we have a new steel structure roof in place. We believe it's well suited for the conditions that we have in Belize in terms of hurricane and tropical storms. And in respect to the building structure itself, we had to do a lot of works in terms of the interior of the building. So what we did was basically gutted out the entire structure and only left the walls standing. And we had to go to a new drawing plan in terms of the layout for the building, in terms of the lower flat and also the first floor. And so we did that in consultation with the Chief Justice to gather from her what exactly she wanted in terms of courtrooms and the different rooms that we have within the entire building. And so we went through a discussion process with her and her entire team so that we could present and build what they exactly needed for this building.
According to Moody, about 60% of the structure was retained, mostly the outer walls, while century-old wooden beams and some electronical fixtures were replaced and a new steel-based roof installed. The total cost of the project is $2.91 million, with an assigned budget of $3 million. Police down south are investigating an unusual chopping incident in the village of Jacintoville, Toledo District. The victim, identified as Melvin Alcaraz, was apparently caught nude inside the house of his assailant, as explained by ACP Alberto Romero, officer commanding Eastern Division.
Saturday, 29th day of June 2024, police responded to a chopping incident at Jacinto Village in the Toledo District. Upon the arrival, they saw one Melvin Alcaraz with chop wound injuries. Information received from a complainant is that he was at home when he heard noises. He came out and saw Melvin Alcaraz inside one of his bathrooms, nude. The complainant reported that he became concerned since he had previously made a report that Alcaraz had broken into his house and assaulted someone there. Alcaraz was taken for treatment. He's in a stable condition, and an investigation is being carried out.
And in sporting news, Belize has secured third place and claimed 3 individual awards at the 6th U23 Women's Central American Volleyball Championship per the Belize Volleyball Association. Earlier on Saturday, Belize defeated El Salvador 25-15, 25-10, 25-11 to complete tournament play with a record of 4 wins and 2 losses. After play concluded Saturday night in Tegucigalpa, Honduras, Nicaragua won its first championship, with Costa Rica second and Belize third, ahead of Guatemala. In individual awards, Fatima Ramirez was named Best Scorer and Best Attacker, and Nissan Martinez Best Blocker. The association sends congratulations to the champions, sub-champions, and all participating teams following a fantastic week of volleyball in Tegucigalpa. And with that, we have come to the end of our newscast. A repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another news broadcast. I am MarKeisha Young. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.